Welcome to Chapter 8 of Ex Libris Arioch. And today we're going to talk about some of my comic collection. Now, not my comic books in the classic sense, of which I have many. No, what I'm talking about is more of comic book collections, which you'll see what I mean in a minute. Like digest books on the history of comics. The comic book is art, how to draw comic books, different origin stories, collected works of comic books, like I said, histories, things like that. That's what we're going to look at. And I have a lot of them, so I'm pretty much going to shut up and just let you guys take a look through them, see if there's any titles you recognize. There's also not just comic books in the sense of the superhero ones, but also collected works of comic strips. For example, the complete works of Calvin and Hobbes. I have the box set of that. I have the complete Bloom County, two of my all-time favorite comic strips. I highly recommend you look them up if you don't know what I'm talking about. Stuff that got me through things when I was a kid, like my Tumbleweeds collections, which I had when I was a kid, and they just got lost through time, and because of the internet, I was able to track them down. Also through flea markets and things like that, I was able to build back some of the books that I lost. That I used to read when I was 8, 7 years old, whatever. The reason why this video is running a little bit late is because I'm still giddy over what happened this past weekend. I actually got a chance to meet my hero, well, one of my heroes, and this is Jim Steranko. There he is. I hope there's no glare on this, but this is he was also a magician and an escape artist. And he greatly influenced my career. When I was about 12, 13, I guess, I started reading escape books, and they kept mentioning this guy that was big in the 60s. And they kept mentioning this one particular magic magazine, which I had him sign at the comic book convention this weekend. I got to meet him, talk to him for about a half an hour or so. It was just too glorious to even fathom. So I was pretty much floating on air. Since then, nerdgasm it was. And the reason why I decided to do this week's edition on comic books is because of his place in comic book history. I strongly urge you to Google Jim Steranko, okay? Steranko is a living legend in the world of comic books, and I was lucky enough to meet him at this convention in Lancaster last weekend, like I said. It stings a little, though, because I never got to meet Stan Lee. And when I was a kid, Stan Lee's soapbox was something I looked forward to every month, almost as much as the stories in the comic books themselves. He would write a monthly column, and he really spoke to you like you were a friend of his, which is why, he was such a genius, and why he endured, and why he's so loved, even after his passing. So anyway, so today we're going to look at some comic book items. I'm not going to show you my comic book collection because I think that would be too niche. And, unless you want to see it, I mean, it's not the greatest in the world, but there's some cool stuff in there. And I like to think that I'm doing a bit of a public service, because if the holidays are here and if you're fighting with your family, you can always go off into another room and watch one of my videos. So anyway, enjoy yourselves, and we'll see you again next time.
Music is the place to be.